I mean, it's the new wave. It's what everybody's doing. And I started, of course I started with boxing, but then of course now it's real estate. My real estate portfolio is crazy.
Floyd has made a career, made his living on not taking unnecessary risk. Floyd's like, if I can pick up a quick $20, $30 million, however much he made, Skip, it was more than had he not taken the fight he could have made. He's like, I'm not taking any risk. Floyd, you done made enough money.
Shannon Sharpe recently talked about how Floyd Mayweather was involved in a $30 million crypto scam. He explained that people like Floyd get paid a lot of money to promote these coins, which leads their followers to trust the investment. Since Floyd has millions of fans, his influence makes the coin look reliable. But once the price goes up, promoters sell their shares, leaving regular people with big losses.
Hey, I'm looking back now, I could have taken $800,000 and bought me some Bitcoin. Man, if I'd have bought $800,000 worth of Bitcoin in 2015, Ocho, I'd have been, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, Ocho. I wouldn't be working. It wouldn't be no Uncle Ocho.
It wouldn't?
I could have bought a coin for $2,500. They trade now between $85,000 and $100,000 per coin.
Ew.
I bought $800,000 worth.
Would you be able to get that money out?
You can buy houses, you can buy cars, you can buy watches. There ain't nothing that you can't buy. I don't know enough about it, Ocho.
I don't either.
And you got to have a wallet and to be able to remember the code and get. So I'd have had $3-4 million in there, couldn't get in there because I done forgot the code. I need to be able to write that code.
As far as currency is concerned, I mean, Bitcoin would never take over the dollar though, right?
No. People like me trade Bitcoin because I want to get somebody's information.
Ah.
There's a lot of guys started taking their money. Trevor Lawrence took a lot of his signing bonus in Bitcoin. Odell took some of his money in Bitcoin. But nah, Ocho, that ain't for me.
Floyd Mayweather has never been shy about embracing new trends, especially when money is involved. He once praised cryptocurrency as the new wave, emphasizing how it had become a popular and smart way to earn. In his eyes, this digital currency wasn't just a fad, it was a revolution that everyone seemed to be getting into. By backing crypto, Mayweather positioned himself as not just a businessman, but as someone always ahead of the curve.
Cryptocurrency, I mean, it's the new wave. It's what everybody's doing. And I started, of course I started with boxing, but then of course now it's real estate. My real estate portfolio is crazy, but I'm truly blessed. I'm truly blessed. And if cryptocurrency is the new wave, you know what? Be the best.
However, not everyone bought into the excitement without scrutiny. Shannon Sharpe, a well-known sports analyst, openly criticized Floyd for his lack of accountability. He believed that someone with Mayweather's status and influence should have taken a closer look before getting involved in crypto projects. Sharpe pointed out that Floyd should have confirmed the legitimacy of these ventures himself instead of jumping in blindly.
Disappointed. The thing is that Floyd is what they call an independent contractor. And what happens is that when you become an independent contractor, Skip, if you make $230 million, they give you 2 checks or a check for $230 million. It is up to you to take out the deduction and make sure state, federal, and whatever else needs to be deducted is paid to the Internal Revenue Service.
The connection between Mayweather and crypto didn't stop with verbal support. It entered the boxing ring. His match with Logan Paul was backed by cryptocurrency companies. This move further showcased Mayweather's deepening involvement in the digital currency world. His partnership with crypto brands in such a high-profile event brought these coins into the spotlight, reaching millions of fans and viewers who might otherwise never have heard of them.
This is how you know investing in crypto is the cool thing to do right now. So Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather just had their fight. Logan went 8 rounds with the 50-0 Mayweather, but look at their shorts. So first of all, here is Logan's shorts that he wore. He had Blockfolio as a sponsor, which, we all track our portfolios on Blockfolio, and he also had Superbid. Superbid is some kind of random coin that sponsored Logan. And their whole website right now is just about how they sponsored him. But let's take a look at Floyd's shorts. Floyd Mayweather was sponsored by Ethereum Max, which is just some random ass coin that paid Floyd to put them on his shorts. As you can see, it's one of those 0.00 shit coins. It's down 10% even after the promo. So I obviously don't recommend buying any of those coins. But you can see that Floyd and Logan were both sponsored by crypto companies, which is honestly pretty cool for an event this big.
One of the biggest controversies involving Floyd and crypto was his promotion of Emax. Alongside Kim Kardashian, he helped endorse the coin through social media posts and public events. The promotion looked like a major opportunity, but it quickly spiraled into legal trouble. Both celebrities found themselves tangled in lawsuits after the coin's value dropped, and investors claimed they had been misled. This incident put a spotlight on celebrity-backed coins and raised questions about transparency.
Kim Kardashian got under some heat last year for basically taking $250,000 payment for Emax, Ethereum Max. If you guys don't know what that is, it's just a normal altcoin cryptocurrency out there in the world. Do you know how many millions of followers she has? Isn't it like 130 million followers, something like that? And she put out some tweets promoting Emax, and it pumped the price. And she actually settled. So they were going to take her to court, and she settled for, what was it, like 1.2 million? Well, they've brought up the lawsuit again. And so her and a bunch of other people involved, primarily Kim Kardashian and Floyd Mayweather, are filing to get that case dropped. So I'm very curious to see how this pans out, see if it gets dismissed again. But it sounds like they were just grabbing some media attention, trying to kind of set an example, if you will, right? Like, look, don't do this. They got fined. Paul Pierce also paid something like 1.1 million. I know Kim paid something like 1.2 million. So it's one of those, slap on the wrist so everybody else can see what not to do.
Kim Kardashian and Floyd Mayweather are being sued over crypto. The pair was allegedly involved in a crypto scam under the name Ethereum Max, which has no affiliation to actual Ethereum. Kim Kardashian had posted on Instagram promoting the token, which shot up in price and eventually came crashing down as so many do. People believe Kim and Floyd, who promoted the product during his fight with Logan Paul, held a certain percentage of the token and made millions selling. Even NBA star Paul Pierce is getting wrapped up in the whole thing. I learned about this story on Morning Brew. It's a daily email newsletter that keeps you up to date on the hottest business news from Silicon Valley to Wall Street. It's also completely free, so subscribe at the link on the comment of this video to get smart fast.
Mayweather's involvement in the crypto space didn't just stop at civil lawsuits. He also faced action from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. The charges stemmed from his failure to disclose the payments he received for promoting initial coin offerings, IICOs. In simple terms, Floyd was accused of advertising financial products without letting the public know he was being paid for it. This lack of disclosure highlighted a bigger issue in the world of celebrity endorsements.
Starts in 2018 when Floyd Mayweather was banned for 3 years from promoting securities after scamming his fans with an ICO called Syntratech. He was promoting tons of these ICO scams at the time, and he also narrowly avoided an ICO fraud lawsuit for the same thing under the defense that he wasn't actually influential enough to convince people to buy the scam. And now that it's 2022, his 3-year securities ban is over, and he's back to scamming again. He's currently being sued once again for his promotion of Ethereum Max alongside Kim Kardashian, and also has gotten really into NFTs.
And if you in the NFT world and you betting on me, you will never lose. But what I need you to do right now, go get mayweather. That's my new NFT. I've been working on that for months. If I win, you win.
Now, it's pretty obvious from these comments that Floyd has learned nothing after not reading the SEC settlement. So maybe that's why he tells us we can't lose by betting on him. So let's put that to the test with his last 3 NFT projects.
I'm dropping my NFT tonight. FloydNFT.com. August 10th, go get it right now. Matter of fact, don't even wait till August 10th. Get it now. My NFT. Own a piece of my legacy. Floyd Money Mayweather. I'm not just in 30% or 40%, full 100%. I'm behind you. I'm all the way in.
Now, Floyd's world was indeed a huge success for Floyd Mayweather, who raked in $4.9 million. But what happened to his fans? Well, they're furious because the price of this NFT has collapsed over 90%, and they angrily responded in the comment section, "You already have an NFT project. It's called @RealFloydNFT.
The rise of crypto also saw an increase in celebrity endorsements, not all of them ethical. Many public figures like Floyd use their massive platforms to advertise coins and NFTs without fully understanding or caring about the consequences. The involvement of influencers in shady or questionable crypto projects became a major concern. It blurred the line between genuine investment advice and paid promotion.
Somewhere. And for me, that line is when you willingly partner with developers to create this actual bullshit vaporware that you use to then scam your fan base that spends their hard-earned money thinking they're gonna get something in return. And then once that money gets transferred over to your wallet, you basically disappear and abandon the project completely, and none of the promises that you made are delivered on. Let's take a look at one of his first early promotions here on his new NFT project that just got rugged a few weeks ago.
NFT world, guess what? Mayweather is about to drop in 2 hours. And of course, I'm the money man. But guess what?
Sure are.
Be a part of history. own a piece of my legacy.
Oh.
And you can make money too. Money made, and y'all know the rest.
Do we? What is the rest, Floyd? What was that you said, be a part of your legacy? Which legacy are you talking about? You mean the legacy where just last year you created a different NFT project, collected millions of dollars, and then completely abandoned it and didn't deliver on any of the promises to your community? It's quite a legacy, Floyd! Now, his most recent NFT project, which is only a few weeks old now, was called the Mayweather, which I imagine is a play on his last name and metaverse.
These celebrity promotions often lent an air of legitimacy to projects that may not have deserved it. Fans and followers, trusting the faces they admired, ended up investing in ventures that failed. Mayweather's backing of crypto coins convinced many that the projects were safe and profitable, only for them to crash later. This trend exposed the urgent need for tighter regulations and more accountability in the influencer economy. Mayweather's controversies didn't end with crypto coins. Allegations started surfacing that he profited from misleading promotions and events that never materialized. Reports suggested he accepted payments from fans for products and appearances that were eventually canceled or forgotten. A TikTok expose even revealed how Floyd's public image might be more illusion than reality, built on showmanship rather than substance.
I am just flabbergasted that the highest paid boxer, one of the most famous people on the planet, Floyd Mayweather, has managed to become a repeat offender as a scam artist.
NFT world, guess what?
Guess
It's about
what?
to drop. And of course, I'm the money man. But guess what?
Sure are.
We're not done yet.
We aren't?
They told me
There's more
we're not
scamming to be
yet,
done.
and it's not over.
My God.
Autograph gloves.
Oh my God. That's incredible. 2,000 people that invest in his NFT project get a chance to win autographed gloves. It's crazy. But you might be asking, did he actually follow through on his promises and deliver these gloves? Of course he f***ing didn't.
Money May, you all know the rest.
Money May, you all know the rest. You just got scammed again.
Despite facing legal and public backlash, Mayweather didn't step away from digital assets. He continued promoting non-fungible tokens, NFTs, another highly speculative segment of the crypto world. Critics argued that Floyd was chasing personal profit rather than genuinely believing in the technology. These actions made people question whether his promotions were based on trust or opportunism.
You won't believe this. Floyd Mayweather is back in the NFT space to launch his metaverse called Mayweather. There will be 5,000 NFTs with different utility, rarity levels, and rewards. But this NFT project is after a series of NFT and crypto scams he's started and promoted throughout the years. Some abandoned projects are Centra ICO, Ethereum Max, Floyd NFT, Bored Bunny, scamming his supporters for over more than $5 million. What do you think? Follow for more NFT news.
Floyd Mayweather returned to the crypto ring after a legal knockout.
We'll see him enter the metaverse with a new NFT collection. The NFT will feature the likeness of Mayweather himself and provide various utilities and prizes for holders depending on the rarity of the item. And the metaverse will contain a boxing gym.
Floyd Mayweather was involved in a pretty big crypto scam. He promoted a high-profile scam. It was called Centratech, which defrauded investors out of $25 million in 2018.
Can you really trust the guy?
Yeah, I don't know.
Public figures like Joe Rogan added to the skepticism. Rogan questioned the logic behind spending huge sums on digital art and suggested the NFT craze was driven more by hype than value. He warned people to be careful with such investments, especially when celebrity backing could be masking major risks. His views contrasted sharply with Floyd's enthusiastic endorsements.
They sold for millions of dollars. I know a dude who he got rich. He was an artist. Yeah, but he got rich selling NFTs. Yeah. In the beginning when everyone was like frothy with it. This thing is like a shit cartoon. And how much did they go for?
I think it's Ether. So 111 Ether would be the price. That's 3,000 a coin right now. So it'd be 300 grand.
300 grand.
It said it was sold at 769.
But you could just screenshot it. So it was sold at 769. So it's sold at close to $1 million.
I was approached both about crypto and about NFTs. And both times I was like, fuck off. I don't want to have
Good on you, man.
Nothing to do with it.
Good on you.
If someone says, hey, we have this amazing new protein powder, and I can look at the data and I go, okay, I'll take that. That makes sense to me. But if you're saying something that I don't understand, explain it to me again like I'm 5. Tell me what a non-fungible token means. Like, oh, well, only you own it, but I could take a screenshot of it.
Right.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Mayweather didn't just promote NFTs. In fact, he bought and sold them too. He publicly showcased his digital assets as part of his investment portfolio. Yet, given his track record with crypto, many saw this as another way to profit from fans' trust. Instead of presenting these purchases as thoughtful investments, they often came across as another flashy extension of his brand. Floyd Mayweather's persona has always been controversial. Known as much for his arrogance as for his skills in the ring, he once stated he cared more about money than legacy. While that mindset may have earned him short-term wealth, it's also led to long-term criticism.
Floyd Mayweather was trying to give y'all the fights, and everybody starts saying that this guy was too old, this guy was too that. Floyd Mayweather starts saying F all of y'all. F the belts, F you, F everything. I'm taking y'all to the bank. I'm robbing y'all. Belts does nothing but collect dust. Money over legacy, currency over legacy, because he felt underappreciated. I train all day long, and I'm doing this to try to be one of the greats. Forget that. I'm going to do it for me. He became one of the most selfish fighters you'll ever hear. That's why I never blamed Floyd. When y'all hear me say the Floyd Mayweather effect, a lot of Floyd Mayweather fans, you hating on Mayweather already. No, I'm talking about the effect. Floyd Mayweather is an all-time great fighter, but people grab the wrong things because most people aren't about hard work and dedication anyway. That's why to be great is rare. Most people try to find that shortcut, and they only saw Floyd's shortcut. They never saw a scenic route.
Floyd is famous for flaunting his wealth. From exotic cars to designer outfits, his lifestyle screams excess. He uses social media to showcase his riches constantly, inviting both admiration and backlash. To his critics, this obsession with luxury is evidence of misplaced priorities, especially when paired with shady financial dealings.
We got options, options, options. I got about 100 cars, but right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. Lambo, Ferrari, 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 Lambo, Maybach, a Maybach, whatever you want to call it. Of course, the McLaren, the original McLaren. Bentley, Rolls, 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 Rolls. The Maybach truck or Maybach truck, whatever you want to call it.
Even when faced with legal trouble and public criticism, Floyd remains indifferent. He's said before that people should mind their own business, insisting that he doesn't care what others think about his actions. This dismissive attitude only adds fuel to the fire, making him appear detached from the consequences of his influence.
You know what's crazy? People are always in my fucking business, worried about what I'm doing, what Floyd is doing, what Floyd ain't doing, what I do got, what I don't got. Just know, I'm gonna stay in my lane, I ain't gonna fuck with nobody, and I don't want nobody fucking with me. If I go on vacation, my fault. When I go on vacation for 30 days, I take 30 watches with me. But you know what? You know what? What's crazy is this. If we add 10 more days, I take 10 more watches.
In a more reflective moment, Floyd explained his perspective on wealth. To him, money isn't just about showing off. It's a tool to enjoy life and experience freedom. He believes that financial independence allows him to explore ventures others can't imagine. This view, while personal and arguably valid, doesn't erase the harm that can come from irresponsible endorsements.
Floyd, you seem really comfortable talking about money. A lot of people in the UK are not. So what are your beliefs around money?
Just because I talk about money doesn't make me a bad person. I mean, I like to have the finer things in life. Money don't make me, I make money. I like to feed my family. You know, we can't feed our family just saying I love you. You know, money is able to put us in a position so we can have the finer things in life. So we are able to travel over to the UK and experience and do different things. We're able to travel to Dubai and other countries and have fun and live life and experience different things. So when you're able to make a lot of money, you're able to do those certain things. And for those people that don't have any money, because life is all about having different experiences. And with me being able to make a lot of money, I'm able to bring my team as well as my family around the world so they can experience different things.
Something you said earlier, Floyd, it really fascinated me. And it gave me an insight that you really learned about money. Is you said in real estate, you got to know what to do on a small scale first.
Yes.
And then you went big. And is that because you don't want to take massive risk because you want to be smart with your money?
Well, like you don't go out there and work extremely hard for so many years and then take every dime you got and just put it into something that you don't know about.
Well, a lot of people do, don't they? I mean,
and a majority of the time you get bad results. 90% of the time you get bad results. Just like boxing.
One of Mayweather's boldest moves was the purchase of a $402 million building in New York City with plans to turn it into a business.
Yes, Floyd Mayweather has reportedly acquired 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan, spending approximately $402 million. This substantial investment was made through his real estate firm, Vada Properties, and is intended to expand his portfolio in New York City real estate market. Mayweather has expressed that this purchase holds significant personal meaning, reflecting his humble beginnings and desire to provide affordable housing options. He stated, "Growing up, I used to dream about owning just one home by myself. When you work hard, you can achieve anything. However, it's important to note that while Mayweather has announced this acquisition, some reports suggest that property records do not yet confirm a transfer of ownership. Experts speculate that he may have acquired a minority stake with options for future expansion rather than full ownership of all 62 buildings outright. In summary, Floyd Mayweather has publicly claimed to purchase 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan for $402 million, aiming to enhance affordable housing in the area. While these claims have been widely reported, the exact details and confirmation of ownership are still subject to verification. So even ChatGPT is saying, like, that's not official. Whether Mayweather is saying it or not, ChatGPT is saying it's not official. That deal has not gone through. That's crazy. I hope the $402 million ain't left his bank account yet, then. I remember Floyd was on a talk show. I think 50 Cent posted that as well. And he said something like, you know, they say, if you know how much money you got, then you don't really got enough money. So they say, if you know how many buildings you got, then you ain't got enough buildings. ¿Cómo? Who told you that? I hope your real estate broker or investor, whoever handles this real estate, I hope they ain't tell you that.
While impressive on the surface, skeptics questioned whether this was just another flashy investment destined to fail. Given his past, some feared the venture could turn out to be another overhyped project with little substance behind it.
What's the point of buying 62 buildings? You buy a couple.
No, 62 units, I think, right?
No, 62 units could be one building.
Yeah, it could be.
They got buildings with 90 units and
Yeah, it's
100
true.
and some units.
He has 62 multifamily units. That's what it says. So that's 62 buildings. Like you just said, it's probably
so
62
think about
buildings.
it.
Yeah.
If he has that, some of the buildings might not be in the best condition.
Right.
So knock it down and build, or knock, if they're side by side, knock both of them down. Don't renew rents. Let them move out and then build a skyscraper.
Or if he makes commercial properties out of some of those.
That's what I'm saying.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.